Aquarius, nice to have you here. What do we need to know? What is coming in for you? For my lovely, eccentric, eclectic Aquarians, what do we need to know? I'm going to take 2 overall energy cards, 1. And then I'm going to look at your work life, love life, destiny, any channeled messages we've got. We're just going to see what comes up. That card's come up for loads of signs recently. Okay. Queen of Swords coming up, Aquarius. So, you are, I would say, fairly good with boundaries, Aquarians. But there's something here about being quite clinical about something and being quite, letting your head rule your heart. I don't know why, I don't know what area, it could be all areas, could be one particular, we will dig in, but it's letting your head overrule your heart and also keeping control of your feelings in a certain situation and not letting your feelings run you, but rather you having some kind of direction for them. The sword is like the sword of truth. And the Queen of Swords isn't, I mean, she's a very sort of quiet looking, elegant person, but she's very, very strong. And it comes up here with the 4 of Cups, which of course I call this card emotional neutral. So whatever you're feeling on the inside is not necessarily what you're displaying on the outside. And you may have different reasons for that, okay? It might be a game plan. It might just be that you actually don't know what you feel about something. I've kind of drawn for a lot of signs that around kind of August time is a month like when you know how in some countries they have a month off for the summer. It feels like there's going to be a bit of a lull. And, oh, I know why. Mercury's retrograde for the whole of August. I keep forgetting it, conveniently. I wonder why. Mercury's retrograde from the 5th of August for practically the whole of the month. Okay. So, very often, Mercury retrograde for me is a bit like a hammock in time. You'll be into this, Aquarius. You love a little bit of Back to the Future talk. So, I just imagine, and there is no scientific basis for this, that there is this kind of hammock and you get to sort of just be in this hammock in between 2 events and do a sort of Control-Alt-Delete on yourself, okay? So for some of you in your work life, in your relationships, I've got the Devil card come up. This has also come up quite a lot this month. And I don't see this as altogether a negative card either. This is about digging your hooves in, okay? There is something going on at work, in your friendship group, wherever, that it counts for you. And we are going to look at your love life in a minute. That is a bit tribal. It's kind of making you go back to your instincts, and your instincts are that this is some kind of a fight. And I don't know if this is an overt fight, you know, where you're actually kind of arguing with people at work or in your friendship group, or whether this is an underground fight where everybody's sort of jockeying for position but nobody's actually coming out with it and saying we're in a fight. Do you know what I mean? A sort of maybe passive aggressive, or because you're in a sort of workplace environment for some of you, you have to maintain certain protocols. You know, there are plenty of things you'd like to type when you hit reply to that email that goes around every month from the, you know, supervisor or whoever it is. But of course we can't do that. So there's something here about strategy, but also about listening to your animal instincts. Listening to what your body's trying to tell you, what your anger's trying to tell you. Something is getting you riled, it's getting you angry. If you were an animal, you know, with horns, you'd be charging it. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to go for any physical anything, because obviously that's not a good idea. You're just going to get arrested at work. Not the best career plan. But use the anger to direct yourself. Let your head rule your heart. Aquarius has the ability to do that. I've got my Venus in Aquarius, and I like having my Venus in Aquarius because I have some control over my emotions in that way. I can detach from the game if I need to. Being over emotional in this situation will not get you anywhere. So, even though you're going to feel it, you can channel it, channel the anger, channel the upset, channel whatever it is that's coming up, but have a game plan, okay? Don't just let it all out. Then we get the Sun, which is a gorgeous card, which is telling you you've got luck, you've got radiance, you've got yang energy, you've got quite a fire under your backside here. So people are going to listen. So be careful what you say, because you're quite influential with this. It feels like you could ruffle some feathers. Now, if you don't want to rustle feathers, you better keep it all on the down low. And again, keep control of it. Keep the lid on it. Nothing to see here. Morning, you know, that's it. If you want something to happen, start planning. Get your ducks in a row. Use that anger as fuel. Now, this may spill over into your love life. I don't know. We're doing that in a minute. There'll be an extended reading, as there is every month, and that will be the first link in the description box. In that reading, we take the love cards that come up in this reading and we do an extended reading and we get down to it and we dig. Okay, couple more cards for life purpose and career. Well, I'm not altogether surprised to see that one, actually. This is interesting. Okay. We've got the Two of Pentacles, Jupiter in Capricorn, and this is telling us that we're going to need to do some juggling. That we're going to need to do what Aquarians are very good at doing. Kind of twist it, turn it, think about it, look at it, be logical, work it out in your head. Don't do it like this. Yes, do it like that. Okay. Not necessarily something to collaborate on this, more something to spin around in your own head and devise your plan. And then, unsurprisingly, you get the Seven of Swords in that work, career and kind of life purpose setting. You get the Seven of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Seven of Swords. This can sometimes mean that somebody is out to take something from you, to steal something from you, steal your ideas, or just be shifty, stuff going on in the background, little bit little bit we. But it's also that you need to be like this too. You're kind of meeting like with like. And I'm not saying you're doing anything immoral or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But you are, if you're in a situation where people are being passive aggressive and where people are making moves right, left and centre and things are happening, then it may be the case that you are a player on that pitch. You know, you're part of that game. So get good at playing it. You know, bend the rules, go in between them, learn the rules. And it just shows here, play your cards close to your chest for as long as you need to, and then make your well-executed move when you've planned it right in your head. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is about, shall I keep going with this? Or do I change tack? Do I want this job? Do I stay in this job? Do I need the money that badly? Do I not? Do I have some freedom? Do I start going on LinkedIn or wherever it is people go? Do I twist or stick? Do I put more into this? You've already put quite a lot into it if you're getting the Seven of Pentacles. And now you get to decide whether you want to put more or less, okay? the sevens are all cards of being in a moment which is quite destiny orientated. It's like you're at a crossroads here and you need to be cleverer, but yeah, it's like you're at a crossroads, you've got no sat nav and all the signs got taken away. So you're using what you know. Cool. Excellent. Should we look at your love life? I know, I'm almost scared to look now. What do we need to know for our lovely Aquarians? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Love life, please. Love life for Aquarians. What messages do we have? Ooh. That's interesting. Okay. Five of Cups. 3 cups down, 2 cups remaining. I'm feeling like some of you need to do a little pruning in the love department. So there may be odds and ends and things that you haven't quite cleared up, closure that you're never going to get. That's your 3 of Cups. That's where you've got your 3 cups down. You've got 2 cups behind you, which are still in the upright. And this is potential, and this is relationship material. But you need to concentrate on what it is that you're putting behind you first. The next card you get from that is the 8 of Wands, which is fantastic because this is the card of communication. Somebody talking to you, you talking to them, you're messaging, it can be emails. It's an 8, so it's movement. It's got the growth potential here, and that's particularly nice on all of the wands. So things are moving in a good direction, things are happening. Everything, if you look, and this is really interesting actually, and I've never noticed this before. If you look here, the ruin on the hill, okay, so the castle is dilapidated. It's, you know, pretty much on its way out. No one's mowing that lawn, are they? As the actress said to the bishop. But if you look here, it's almost the same castle, but things are growing again, growing back. The castle's been restored, the trees are growing, someone has mown the grass. You know, people are pruning. There's stuff here about pruning and digging and planting trees. If we're going to get into bushes in a minute, I don't know where we're going to go. Okay, this is about something building, okay? Momentum building, something happening, hurrah. We also have the Page of Pentacles, which means it's slow progress, or it may already have really been a wild crocodile, you know? This is lament, this is a feeling of this is what happened, this is where we are now. I like where we are now a lot better than where we were then. We then have the King of Cups. This could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It's definitely somebody who is in their feels, you know, someone who's in touch with their feeling side, someone who's in touch with your feeling side. You're on a kind of an emotional parity with this person. You get each other, you see each other. I like this. Let's take another card for that. And then there is the Tower. Dude. Okay, so Major Arcana, we've got the Tower with the 6 of Swords. I think some of you are in a difficult situation. Some of you are in a situation that may have been or still be painful. When you get the 6 of Swords, it's about making your way out of a situation. It's often with someone helping you, because there's always someone who's taking that boat across the water. And the 6 swords kind of go with you. So you don't move on and it's just all glitter and unicorns. It's to do with you moving forwards, but you do take yourself with you, and you know, everything that you are and ever have been kind of moves on. But it does mean that you're getting somewhere, that there is movement, that there is this moving forwards. And I feel like things hitherto, love it if I can get a hitherto in, have been a bit static or stuck. That's what it feels like. Yep, 9 of Cups. Jupiter in Pisces, the 9 of Cups. This is about what is it that you really want? What is your emotional wish? What does your heart really, really desire? Okay, what's your heart desiring? And it's also very important when you see this card, it's not about what do you want, because we can want things, but it's what do you absolutely, what can't you live without? What or who can't you live without? Now, Mercury is retrograde for the whole month. So anyone who this means you're thinking about an ex, you're wondering about an ex, you've got a bit of woulda, coulda, shoulda going on, there's always the potential for that when Mercury is retrograde, okay? Always, because, nice cards, because it just is, it just does that. I don't know why it does that, obviously because it's retro, bringing things back, returning to the past is what it is. It's a cliche because it's true. Okay, let's look at your cards first as they are on the table, if I can get the camera to work. Nice. Whoops. Okay, so so we have some sadness here, we have some lament, we've got something that we are feeling about, we've got the ruin on the hill, and then we've got talking, we've got messaging, we've got communication coming in. We've got the Page of Pentacles that's telling us this is slow, it could even be painfully slow, but it's still happening. It's still moving forward, but maybe not as fast as you want it to. Then we have the King of Cups. This is somebody who is very connected emotionally. They get you, they're emotionally intelligent. Then we have the Tower. A situation, I think, that happens, or just, it's quite unexpected, and it's very Mercury retrograde. And that allows you to move forward, okay? It's like something has been struck by lightning and suddenly is behaving in a different way. And then we have the 9 of Cups, where the universe is saying, what do you really want, Aquarius? Because you're close to being able to get it. So make sure you've asked for the right thing. Okay. We then have the Chariot, the 4 of Wands, and the Death card. Wowzers, people. The Chariot, you will always be feeling in two minds about this. You are not sure. You may never be sure, not for a long time anyway. You've got two horses wanting to go in different directions, two parts of you wanting to go in different ways. Yes, no, should I twist, stick, stay, go, all of those things are in your mind. We've got another castle here. So we've got one that was the ruin over here. We've got one that things had all grown back and it was all verdant and green and lovely. And then we've got this one with the 4 of Wands, which is the kind of magical kingdom. Then we've got the Death card, complete change. Whatever happens in your love life and eventually in your work life will become a permanent change. But I like that for you. I think this is a shakedown that's been needed for quite a long time. Let's take you a love oracle card. Oh, lovely. You get the Star. That's good because, I mean, it is your tarot card as well. Your hope and optimism are a powerful love magnet for you right now. That is gorgeous, Aquarius. It's a very pretty card as well. Don't underestimate the power of your own ability to manifest things. Remember, you got that 9 of Cups where the universe wants to know, what do you really want? It wants to know that so it can make it happen. The oracle card you get is mending. For me, this is mending the lines of communication with somebody. That's very interesting. And the Tower has something to do with that too. In the extended reading, I'm going to look at the 8 of Wands. I'm going to look at the Tower. I'm going to look at the Death card. But I'm also going to pull some new cards with other decks as well that I can't always use on YouTube. And I'm going to clarify the ones in here, get out the Love Oracle cards, and we're going to get the Shadow cards out, and we're going to do the whole damn thing. So if you want that, it's the first link in the description box. Leave me a comment, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.